from the Big Flem studio in Southern California. This is Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition with your host, Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming. Hey folks, what's up? This is your host Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming here, coming to you once again with another episode of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL 2020 edition for week number 7 here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Alright, let's look at our last week's stats. Last week we were 10-4, did pretty good. And our record so far up to after 6 weeks is 51 wins, 20 losses, and 1 tie with a 71% winning percentage, and we're 2-1 in our pigskin pick of the week. So far, we just holding steady. We're doing pretty good, but we strive to do better. So, all right, now let's go ahead and get this pick started here, shall we? All right, we're going to start off with our first pick. Like I said, the Detroit Lions at 2-3, traveling down to hot ATL, Atlanta, to take on the 1-5 Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons finally got it together and got their first win of the season after the firing of former head coach Dan Quinn. Do you think the momentum will continue on for this week against the Lions? I hope so. So we're going to go with the Falcons over the Lions in a close one, folks. All right, our next matchup, we have the Battle of Ohio, Part 2. In the AFC North, we have the Cleveland Browns at 4-2, traveling to Cincinnati to take on the 1-4-1 Cincinnati Bengals, aka the Bungles. Like I said, Baker Mayfield, so far he's having his ups and downs this year, but I'm hoping he'll get back on a horse again and get a nice win. And I know Joe Burrows, this is his rookie year. He's still got a lot of growing pains to go through. But all in all, I think he's doing pretty decent. But we're going to go with Baker Mayfield and OBJ with a win over the Bengals, a.k.a. the Bungles, in the Battle of Ohio, Part 2. All right, our next pick will be another AFC matchup, and this will be our pigskin pick of the week, where we have the 5-0 Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Nashville to Music City, USA to take on the 5-0 Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill, he's really doing a number down there in Nashville. Both teams, they're doing pretty good, especially Ben Roethlisberger. But someone has to get their first loss of the season, so I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to pick Tennessee Titans in an upset over the Pittsburgh Steelers in a close one for our pigskin pick of the week. And our next pick, we have the Carolina Pathetic Panthers at 3-2, traveling down to New Orleans to take on the New Orleans Saints, aka the Aints, who are also 3-2. Excuse me, I stand corrected. The Carolina Panthers are 3-3. Oh, okay, I need to put my glasses on here. All right, this is a key NFC South matchup here. And like I said, Drew Brees, and he's been kind of running ragged a little bit this season so far. And Terry Bridgewater, so far, he's kind of settling in as a starting quarterback of the Carolina Panthers. But I'm going to go with experience on this one, folks. We're going to go with the New Orleans Saints over the Carolina Panthers. All right, our next pick, it should be an obvious one here. AFC East matchup, where we have the 4-2 Buffalo Bills recovering from their loss last week, traveling down to East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the hapless 0-6 New York Jets, 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 and Sam Darnold and company. Well, like I said, the Jets got rid of Le'Veon Bell, and he's now starting his first game with the Kansas City Chiefs. But I don't think Sam Darnold will have enough offensive weapons to get things going. And plus, the way Adam Gase is coaching that team, and you can see why they're 0-6. And I think they'll be 0-7 after today. So we're going to go with the Buffalo Bills over the Jets. All right, our next matchup will be an NFC East matchup, where we have the woeful 2-4 Dallas Cowboys, a.k.a. the Cowpokes, traveling to the nation's capital to take on the struggling 1-5 Washington football team. Like I said, they still haven't got a name for their franchise or a mascot. And from what I heard this past week, it might not be until next season when they finally decide a new name for the organization. but whatever. They're still a Washington football team, and they're back in their rookie quarterback who replaced Haskins, the one that they drafted last year. You know, so far he's trying to fit it into this role, but and like I say, Andy Dalton, this will be his second start with the Cowboys, so hopefully he'll get his act together and pull out a good win over the Washington football team. So we'll go with the Dallas Cowboys, aka the Cowpokes, on this one, folks. All right, so let's go ahead and take our first break, and we will be right back with Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL 2020 for week number 7 here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Hey there, folks. This is Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming, creator and host of Big Flem Radio and TV, with a very important PSA in regards to COVID-19. As you know, our world has been ravaged by the coronavirus pandemic that has upended our normal daily routines. We must do our part to minimize the spread of COVID-19 by practicing social physical distancing, which is 6 feet space between each other, wear a face mask or shield, use hand sanitizer at all times, and wash our hands constantly for at least 20 seconds. Big Flem Radio and TV is sending our prayers for those who have been infected and recovering from this virus. Our hearts go out to those who lost loved ones and friends to this COVID-19 scourge. Please stay safe and do your part to help minimize the spread of COVID-19 until an FDA-approved vaccine is available. Big Flem Radio and TV cares.
It's Simpson's Dollar Day Sales Event, where you can buy a brand new mattress for just $1 a day. $1 a day for a brand new mattress? That's less than a cup of coffee. Times are tougher, so Simpsons made it more affordable than ever to get a great night's sleep. So during our Dollar Day Sales Event, I'll take you $1 a day and your good credit to keep those restless nights away. $1 a day? That's less than a roll of mattresses I go through every 5 minutes. Plus save hundreds on Simmons, Sealy, Spring Air, Miralax, and Air Limit Sit Sleep, where just $1 a day keeps those groggy, grumpy mornings away. $1 a day? That's less than a shot of whiskey for just a minute every hour. We're even giving away a free set of sheets with every premium purchase and free local delivery. Plus free sheets? I'm turning white as a sheet, cause you're killing me, Larry. Don't miss Simpson's Dollar Day Sales Event. Simpsons will be anyone's advertised price on your mattress is free. Now open in West Covina and Santa Clarita.
Gnarly, dude. This is Jess Spicoli. When I'm out hanging 10, catching the waves, checking out the chicks, and skipping Mr. Hand's class, I'm listening to Big Flem Radio and TV. Oh. All right, folks, welcome back. If you haven't known by now, like I say, why don't you check out Big Flem Radio and TV podcast website. It's a website dedicated with 6 podcast shows dedicated to music, talk, sports, mainly football, and mainly college and NFL football, and veterans issues and information. Like I say, if you haven't had a chance, go check it out. I highly suggest you. I highly encourage that you check out the website. And also definitely check out the website with their online store, especially with the holidays coming up. And, you know, if you're looking for that special gift for someone, you can go to the online store and pick up a Big Flem Radio and TV themed merchandise. And also there's some interesting other merchandise, you know, water bottles, cups, shirts, mugs, so on and so forth. Like I said, please check it out. You know, also check out the website and check out all the other podcast shows at www.bigflemradiotv.com. Again, that's www.bigflemradiotv.com. That's BIGFLEM as in Mike, RADIO TV.com. And also, if you want to be a guest picker on Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL and College Football Edition, you know, please send us an email with your picks, or if you want to be a guest, you know, prognosticator at bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. And also, folks, we also in the social media realm as well. Like I said, you can send us a tweet with that same information. Also, if you want to send your comments and concerns about our podcast and how we can do better, you know, by all means, please send us a respectful comments, you know, and if there's any criticism, by all means, we're open for criticism as too, as long as it's respectful. And also, again, like I said, you can send us a tweet at Flem_radio. Again, that's Flem, FLEM as in Mike _ radio RADIO. Also, we have a Facebook group page as well under Big Flem Radio and TV. And also, we have a YouTube channel where we have some video episodes of some of our podcast shows just like I say, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's Big Flem Radio and TV as well. All right, like I said, we got that out of the way. Now let's go back to our picks, shall we? All right, our next pick we have is the 4-1 Green Bay Packers as they travel down to Houston, Texas to take on the woeful 1-5 Houston Texans. Like I said, Deshaun Watson's really been struggling so far this year, especially with his prized receiver going to the Arizona Cardinals. So he doesn't really have that much defensive weapons, and J.J. Watt is basically overwhelmed on that defensive line as well. And also, Aaron Rodgers needed to recover from that close loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week so they can get back on track. So we're going to go with the Green Bay Packers over the Houston Texans. All right, our next pick will be the 4-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a.k.a. the Succaneers, under Tom Brady and company. And also, if you haven't heard, that Antonio Brown is now signed with the Buccaneers. I don't think he will start this game. But Tampa Bay Buccaneers took a chance on him with all his baggage and all that good stuff. Hopefully he have his head screwed on straight, and hopefully he can get his act together and play some good football again. But we'll see, and time will tell as they travel to Las Vegas to take on the 3-2 Las Vegas Raiders in their nice little arena, Allegiant Stadium. It's pretty nice. Like I say, so far Tom Brady is holding his own there in Tampa Bay. So I think this will be a close contest between him and Derek Carr, the quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders. But I'll go with experience on this one, so it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and a close one over the Raiders. All right, our next pick will be an AFC West battle, where we have the 5-1 Chiefs recovering from their loss last week, traveling to Denver to take on the 2-3 Denver Broncos. Like I said, Denver's kind of been struggling mostly the last couple of weeks. And like I said, Patrick Mahomes, even after this loss they had last week, I know they're going to get back on the horse and get things right and keep on pushing. So that's only a temporary setback. So I'm thinking that Patrick Mahomes and company, including Le'Veon Bell, I think he's going to finally start in this game. They're going to blow it open. It's going to be a blowing open game here. The Chiefs over the Denver Broncos. All right, our next matchup will be the San Francisco 49ers at 3-3. With Jimmy Garoppolo returning to New England, the team that he filled in for Tom Brady years ago, who they let go, and stuff like that, to face his old team, the New England Patriots at 2-3 with Cam Fig Newton. Right now, Cam is starting up again after sitting out the COVID-19 protocol. So hopefully him and Bill Belichick can get their act together there in New England. But I'm going to go with Jimmy Garoppolo and the homecoming in a close one over the New England Patriots. All right, our next pick, which it's no big deal, but I'm going to say it anyway. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars at 1-5, traveling to LA to SoFi Stadium to take on the 1-4 LA Chargers. Both teams are really struggling this year with their quarterbacks and everything, and their O-line is terrible. So somebody has to get a win to get some momentum going. So we're going to go with the LA Chargers over the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, our next matchup will be an NFC West matchup where we have the undefeated 5-0 Seattle Seahawks and a good possibility MVP Russell Wilson and company as they travel to Glendale, Arizona to take on the Arizona Cardinals at 4-2. Like I said, Russell Wilson, he still keep on trucking up there in Seattle. So with that being said, we're going to lean towards the Seahawks in a close one over the Arizona Cardinals. All right, our last pick, which will be a Monday night game, where we have the Chicago Bears at 5-1. The Bears traveling to LA to take on the LA Rams with Jared Goff and company at 4-2. Like I said, Nick Foles has been selected as the starting quarterback in this game, replacing Matthew Trubisky. So hopefully Nick Foles can finally get his act together after winning the Super Bowl for the Eagles a couple of years ago and lead them on to the playoffs. And who else? Maybe to another Super Bowl. We'll see. And the Rams right now, they're still hanging in there. So we're going to go with the LA Rams in a close one over the Bears. The Bears. All right, folks. We're going to take our quick break, and we'll be right back with Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL 2020, week number 7, here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Hey folks, this is Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming, creator and host of Big Flem Radio and TV, with a very important message about this upcoming 2020 elections. 2020 is going to be a very contentious election cycle in modern history, especially the presidential race. The future course of our country is at stake, and you must do your part to make sure that the right candidate is elected to guide our local, state, and national policies in order to preserve our country and our way of life. Big Flem Radio and TV encourages you to do your research on all candidates running for office, as well as all of the propositions, amendments, etc. that are placed on the ballots pertaining to your state and local municipalities. Most important of all, please get out and vote either by going to the polls, mail-in ballots, early voting, etc. Please tell your friends, neighbors, co-workers, family members, and church congregants to get out and vote. Big Flem Radio and TV does not endorse any candidates, so please get out and vote.
Hi, you've reached Heineken USA. We're not in right now, but if you have a story you'd like to share with us, tell us. All right, beep's coming up. I stopped at a buddy's house this weekend, and when I walked in, he was vacuuming the floor with an old canister vac. He's got the hose in one hand and a hiney in the other. When he turned to look at me, he hit the end of the retractable power cord, pulling it out of the electrical socket. The cord whipped around in the air like a snake. The plug hit him right between the eyes just as he had turned to look at me. He never saw it coming. It knocked him right on his butt. He didn't have the vacuum in hand, but he was still holding his Heineken. Never spilled a drop. My kind of man. Well, at least he has his priorities in order. If you want to share a story you've heard over Heineken, call 1-800-44-RED-STAR. The machine is always on. Talk to you later. Heineken USA, White Plains, New York. Did you ever look at the label on a can of caustic drain cleaner? Why have it around? Especially if you have kids. If you have trouble with sewage or drains, call a non-caustic professional. Me. I'm your Roto-Rooter man. I can take care of any problem from the little drain to the big main. Caustic chemicals can be hazardous to your children's health. I'm not.
Hi. I'm here today because I'm addicted.
Big Flem Radio and TV.
Get ready. You know.
Now that's an addiction, man.
All right, folks, welcome back. Now let's do a recap of our picks for week number 7 of the NFL 2020 season of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks. And also, by the way, please take care of yourself out there. Right now, this coronavirus epidemic is resurging again with the upcoming flu season. Make sure you please go take your flu shots. And if you're sick and you know you're sick, don't jeopardize your health and your family's health. Go to a doctor. Go to urgent health care. Go see your primary physician. Please do what you got to do to take care of yourself so we can help minimize the spread of this COVID-19 virus until a new vaccine is approved and available for general use. Make sure you enact social physical distancing at least 6 feet apart. And also make sure you wash your hands thoroughly for at least 20 seconds, and also use hand sanitizer, and mainly don't forget to wear your mask, folks, even when you're outside amongst other people. Yes, it's a major inconvenience that we've been inconvenienced for the last 6 or 7 months. I'd rather be inconvenienced than to be dead before my time. Like I said, we all going to die, but don't be foolish about it. Take care of your health and take care of your family. Also, look after your family and loved ones and your neighbors. If it's not for you, look out for your fellow man, because it'll be somebody else's family who can be affected by the COVID-19, if they have pre-existing health conditions. So please be thoughtful for other people as well as yourself, okay? All right, now let's go ahead and do our recap here. All right, like I said, we picked the Falcons to continue on with the streak. They're gonna beat the Detroit Lions. We have the Cleveland Browns over Cincinnati Bengals, aka the Bungles. We have the Tennessee Titans over the Pittsburgh Steelers in a close one as our pigskin pick of the week. We picked the New Orleans Saints over the Carolina Pathetic Panthers. We picked the Buffalo Bills over the woeful New York Jets. We picked the Dallas Cowboys, aka the Cowpokes, over the Washington Football Team. We picked the Green Bay Packers over the Houston Texans. We picked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, aka the Succaneers, over the Las Vegas Raiders. We picked the Kansas City Chiefs over the Denver Broncos. We picked the San Francisco 49ers over the New England Patriots. And we picked the LA Chargers over the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we picked the Seattle Seahawks over the Arizona Cardinals. And for a Monday night game, we have the LA Rams in a close one over the Chicago Bears. The Bears! All right, folks. That about wrap up our picks for week number 7 of the NFL season 2020 here on Big Flem Radio and TV. All right, we're about to wrap it up. And you guys take care and be safe out there. And again, please, 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 make sure you wear your mask. Make sure you enact social and physical distancing. Please look after your health as well as your family and loved ones, because this virus is starting to surge back up again with the upcoming fall season. And definitely, please, 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 by all means, please go get a flu shot. Or if you need to take a pneumonia shot, do that as well. All right, until then, you take care, God bless, and see you again next week for another edition of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition here on Big Flem Radio and Flem Radio wants you to know that approximately every 51 minutes, someone is killed in a drunk driving crash. Buzz driving can also cause huge financial penalties with fines and legal fees. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk. Find out more at nhtsa.org. TV. Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL and College Football Editions are a production of Black Rebel Productions in association with Flem Media, a division of LWF Enterprises, LLC. The opening theme music clips are the sole properties of CBS Sports College Football as well as Fox NFL Sports. This podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only.